All right, now we're going to heads up digitize the paint palette. And in step 7, we'll start by heads up digitizing circular features. So we've used traced, line, and arc segment tools, and we'll use that to digitize the paint palette as a white feature. But then we'll first click the red circle and digitize the red paint, and then use clip to discard the remainder so that the red and white don't overlap on top of each other. And then we'll continue using the circle, clip, and split tools to complete the entire paint palette. All right, back in ArcGIS Pro, we'll start with the white paint palette. So we'll go ahead and frame it in our map view. There you can see the paint palette with individual paint circles. I'm going to switch back to the Create Features pane and switch to the white feature template. And then now I want to digitize along the existing edge using the Trace tool. So on the construction toolbar, I'm going to switch back from streaming to trace, and then snap to the top vertex and trace it to create a coincident edge. Switch back to the line construction tool. Digitize the base or bottom, and then switch to the arc segment tool and make a curve. Back to the line construction tool, make the other long end. And then now we need to digitize another curve. This time we're going to switch. We're not going to use the arc segment tool this time. We're going to use the endpoint arc segment, where you click the beginning, the end, and then the middle. I've already clicked the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and activate the tool. There I've clicked the beginning. I'm going to click the end and then move the mouse to shape the curve and click one last time. All right, that creates a pretty nice curve. Switch back to the line construction tool, create the top. All right, I need to make one more curve. This time, instead of the arc segment or the endpoint arc segment, we're going to use the tangent curve segment, which creates a smooth curve off of a straight line. So off of the previous straight line, and then I'm going to double click to complete my sketch and create my draft feature. All right, so there I've created my white paint palette. I'm going to go ahead and clear my selection and save my edits. Now we need to create our paint circles, and we'll start with the red or one paint. So I'm going to click on the red, and this time instead of the polygon construction tool, I'm going to use the circle construction tool. And the circle construction tool is pretty straightforward. You just click once in the center, then drag your mouse and click again when you get to the edge, and that creates our first circle. Now it should be a red circle and it's white, and that's because the white paint palette is drawing on top of our red circle. So I'm going to activate the edit ribbon, and in the tools gallery, scroll down to the divide section and locate the clip tool. Go ahead and click clip to open the modify features clip tool. And first we're going to check the clip all editable features. This makes this tool a little bit easier to use at first, in which I just need to select the thing that I'm going to use to clip and then discard the remainder, and go ahead and press clip, and that clips the white palette with the red circle. Now I can see my red paint. So that worked really great. Go ahead and go back to the Create Features pane. Now we're going to heads up digitize a yellow circle, but this time instead of the standard circle, we're going to switch the construction tool and how we construct the circle. So in the circle construction toolbar, I'm going to switch to a 3-point circle, in which you put one vertex on the edge, a second, and then drag the mouse and shape the circle and click a third time on the edge. All right, that created our yellow paint. Again, we can't see it, so we're going to use the clip tool. But this time I'm going to switch how we use the clip tool. I'm going to uncheck or disable clip all editable features, and that's going to create two tabbed windows, a target feature and input feature, where I have a little bit more control over how to do the clip. So first we need to select the input feature, which we have already, which is the clip yellow paint. Now I need to select the target feature. And when I do that, it selects the corresponding white palette. And notice the hatching gets reversed, and where it cross hatches, that's what we're going to discard. So go ahead and click clip, and that discards the white palette that intersected with our yellow paint. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and digitize the rest of the paint, starting with the blue. And then continuing on through all of our paint. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video, just so you're not watching paint dry on the wall. Digitize my last pink. And then now I need to clip all the paint out of the underlying white palette. So I'm going to switch back to the clip tool. And for my input features, I want to select just the paint. So I'm going to change the select dropdown from a rectangle to a select by polygon, and then select all my paint. Now when I select all my paint, it also selects the underlying palette as well. And I want to unselect that. So I'm going to switch back to select by rectangle, hold the control key on my keyboard and click on my white palette, and that's going to unselect it. So now I've got my input features or my clip features selected. Now I'm going to switch over to the target feature and click on the select corresponding target features. And there you can see it's going to clip out the white circles in the palette. All right, that looks really great. Now I need to split the palette and paint so it reflects the color by number. We're going to start with the white palette. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my selection. And then in the Tools gallery, in the Divide section, click on Split. That opens up the Modify Feature Split tool, and I need to select my paint palette. And then I'm going to use the Line Construction tool to make my first split. All the way through the selection. And there it split the selected feature. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. The only way that you'll get better is by practicing, trying again and again. Now I need to split the top of the palette out. I'm going to use a curve to do that, in this case an endpoint arc segment. So click on one side and then the other, and then use my curve to split. And now I need to split the individual paint circles. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video and split my paint circles, including if I zoom in the blue one, because it just is right there on the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and split that too. Go ahead and finish my sketch. Clear my selection, zoom out. All right, so there I've completed my palette and paint circles. I want to save my edits to my FileGeo database and also save my ArcGIS Pro project.